The time is 5 o'clock on this Friday evening, August 18th, 2017. It's time now for the Peter Chill 5 o'clock news on this Friday evening, August 18th, 2017. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter J. Wiggins. It is 5 o'clock, and our top 3 Peter Chill 5 o'clock news on this Friday evening is Trump gets rid of Steve Bannon, a top opponent in his nationalist agenda. New England Patriots rookie Derek Rivers may have season-ending knee injury. Spanish probe points to wider networks and attack among dead. Romney takes Trump to the woodshed, calls for presidential apology. Hundreds of counter protesters leaving downtown Durham, North Carolina, said the KKK march off. In Finland, 2 dead and suspect shot in Turku. Arnold Schwarzenegger tells Trump what he should have said after Charlottesville. Salvation Army, Red Cross Association comment about Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Obama holdovers on President Trump's council quit over Charlottesville. Heather Hayer's mom has no interest in speaking with Trump. Boston braces for free speech rally, and the city will not tolerate violence. Probable Jack Mahmoud at $535 million. Missouri governor calls for expulsion of Democratic senator who urged Trump assassination. Justice Taney defended slavery in 1857. Now his statue is gone from the Maryland State House in Annapolis. At least 3 people died Friday and several others were hurt in separate attacks of stabbing in Finland and Germany, authorities he said. Monsoon floods in Nepal, Bangladesh, and India have become a humanitarian crisis of more than 16 million people. Affected humanitarian agencies said on Friday. Strategic assets of U.S. military may not have deployed during the upcoming joint exercise on the Korean Peninsula. Tropical storm Harvey is expected to move throughout the Windward Islands into the eastern Caribbean Sea on Friday. The U.S. National Hurricane Center by President Trump on Friday announced the elevation of U.S. Cyber Command to full command command, and they said he may have split it from the National Security Agency. President Trump will meet at Camp David with his national security team to discuss various issues, including future military plans in Afghanistan. Fire officials have ordered about 1,020 people living in Central Oregon to get ready for evacuation to a 3,000-acre wildfire. Uber Technologies Incorporated company founders and former CEO Travis Kalanick filed a reply in court to a fraud lawsuit brought by the Uber investor. Attleboro man to serve jail time for raping and technically disabled man. Accusations of secretary retaliation erupted at North Attleboro board meeting. Driver from Taunton killed in Norton crash. Ex-Attleboro cop pleads guilty to child porn charge. A Rhode man was arrested in North Attleboro when police found him in his car crashed in a wooded area after receiving calls for Patterson motorists. Taylor Swift, a beacon of light for survivors of sexual assault, New Hope says. Attleboro Mayor Kevin DeMoss looks for text for help on high school project. Foot Locker shares plunge 20% as brands like Deakin and Adidas go direct to consumer. Uber is tracking for Kalanick punches back against the benchmark lawsuit targeting him. President Trump cancels Obama ban on the sale of disposable plastic water bottles at national parks. Emphasis chief quits after battle with founders. Looking at the stocks now. End of the week down 76.22 points at 21,694.51. SP 5 down 4.46 at 2425.55, and the Nasdaq down 5.39 points at 6216.53. Man who suffered eye damage in the 1960 eclipse warns us not to make the same mistakes. NASA launched a new satellite to beam back data from Hubble Telescope Space Station. Boy 13 under transplant dies on the first day of school. Peter returns to say Florida hurt sick kids to up big GOP donors. Boy 2 chokes to death in a grape at a grocery store in Austin, Texas end. FDA takes steps to improve test performance. One hour ago in New Hampshire, command reports bulk of fire on first floor now knocked down 1 hour ago. Peter Chill News time. 5:04 on this Friday evening. It's time now for a sports report. Boston Red Sox will be taking on the New York Yankees in the first of a 3-game series at Fenway Park tonight. Kevin Durant wasn't any having Britt McKinnon's criticisms on Twitter. Just with Jarvis can't keep Blake Bortles as a quarterback one. Jay Cutler set for Biggie with the Dolphins. The Hockey Foundation, disheartened by efforts to rename state and long supports Malcolm Jennings protest during the national anthem. Peter Children's time is 5:05 on this Friday evening. It's time now for traffic and transit report. Beep! Let's study off an EMT with a subway system. It's looking good. On the commuter rail, Franklin Line, train 7:24 1 p.m. from First Park 495 has been canceled due to mechanical issue. Cancel train 7:22 3 p.m. from First Park 495. And Rockford train 1:25 8 p.m. inbound is expected to be 5 minutes late between Rockford and North Station due to malfunction of the Beverly Draw Bridge. And Providence Line train 8:21 4:30 p.m. from substation expected to arrive for 10-20 minutes late between Ruggles and Woodford Junction. And now, the ferries where to the Port River Bridge project, 2 additional trips will be added a weekday. Hingham ferry schedule. And now, look at the highways and byways of New England, where down and Woodham, 95 on the southbound side. It is slow between Attleboro and Warwick Woodham, 95 on the northbound side. It's slow between Warwick and Tuckett, 195 westbound side. Slow between Seacock and downtown Providence. Second-hand connector slow between Providence and Warwick, 95, 295 on both ends back up between Warwick and Johnson. 95 on the southbound side. It's slow between 120 Canton all the way out to Attleboro. 24 on the southbound side. Slope between 123 Bucknell all the way out to Taunton. 3 on the southbound side. Slope between Braintree and Marshfield. Mass back on westbound side. It's slope between Newton Corner all the way down to Auburn. Mass back eastbound side. Slope from I-84 service all the way to Charlton and then hip scan between the Austin Brad tolls all the way to the Logan Airport, Boston. South Expressway. Slope from Boston and Braintree. 120 to the southbound side, so between Route 9 and Wellesley all the way down around Route 24 in Canton. 120 to the northbound side, it's slow between Braintree Split all the way up to the Route 138 in Canton. 93 on the northbound side, it's slow between Boston all the way up to Redden and then hit scan between 125 North End all the way up to Salem, New Hampshire. 495 on both ends back between Westford and Haverhill. 120 on the northbound side, so between Route 2 and Lexington all the way up in the Linfield and PVD stretch route. Route 1 on the northbound side, it's slow between Charlestown and the Revere. 700 Callan Tunnel's a little slow. 93 southbound side, a little over the Boston stretch. 29 westbound side, a little over the Worcester stretch. And Western Massachusetts highways are looking good. Down in Connecticut, 91 on the southbound side, so between Hartford and Middletown. 91 on the northbound side, so between Middletown stretch. 95 on the southbound side, so between 7 and Greenwich. 95 northbound side, so between 7 and Bridgeport. And 95 on both ends back between West End and New Haven and southbound sides backed up all the way to Guildford. 95 on the northbound side, so between Old Saybrook and New London. Merritt Parkway eastbound side, so between Norwalk down to Bridgeport and all the way up to Hampton. Merritt Parkway westbound side, so between Hampton and around Bridgeport. 84 eastbound side, also between Denver and Newtown and Hennepin between Waterbury Stretch. 84 eastbound side, also from Hartford and Manchester. And 84 westbound side, so between Hartford and New Britain. 93 northbound side, slow all the way in the Concord, Hampshire. Everett Turnpike northbound side. Route 3 on the northbound side, also between Burlington, Massachusetts, all the way up to Manchester, Hampshire. Stop and go. 93 on the north. 95 northbound side, so between Hampton Hills and Kittery, Maine. Maine Turnpike southbound side, also the Portland stretch. 295 on the southbound side, so between Brunswick and Portland, Maine. And up. And 8789 91. Same border crossings. Interstate 8789 91. Looking good. And I-87 is looking good from Albany all the way to the Canadian border headed towards Montreal. Peter Children's time is 5:08 on this Friday evening. It's time now for a weather report. And 24 hours ago, it was delightful and beautiful. And now we are in the thick of the soup. It is humid. It's sultry. It's humid and sultry, and that conditions will lead to heavy rain and storms. All right, looking at current conditions at 5:09 p.m. in Naughton. It's 75. The temperature at Newport, humidity 99%, and barometer 20.85 inches. The current conditions around the region: 77 in Boston, Paris 79 in the building, and Gloucester 75 in Bedford, 77 in Pittsburgh, 73 in Worcester, it's 78 in Norwood, it's 74 in Taunton, 73 in Bedford, it's 73 in Plymouth, and in Falmouth, 68 in Chatham, 75 in Provincetown, 72 in Martha's Vineyard, 70 in Nantucket, it's 73 Providence, 74 in Buckeye, 75 in Montauk, 79 in Islip, 79 in New York City, 79 in Bridgeport and New Haven, it's 82 in Denver, 77 in Waterbury, 79 up in Meriden, Hartford, and Winslow in Springfield, 73 from Keene, New Hampshire, and Javin, New Hampshire, and Greenfield, Mass, and Manton and Barber, Vermont, and North Adams, Massachusetts, and Pittsfield, Mass. 75 in Albany and Silver Springs, 72 in Rel, Vermont, 66 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 61 in Lincoln, New Hampshire, 66 in Corcoran and Rochester, New Hampshire, 63 in Portland, Maine, 72 in Manchester and Nashville, New Hampshire, and 70 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and the water temperature right now is at a 68. Alright, current conditions around the region, around the nation, followed by down for western Minnesota, with a pair of low pressure around South Dakota and southwestern Minnesota, and a cold front from eastern New Mexico stretching down into Kansas, merged with a pink front from Kansas for Iowa, warm front stretching from Kansas all the way down for Oklahoma, and merged with a Sage front from Ozarks all the way, merged with a cold front from Tennessee, all the way to the east to Great Lakes, merged with a warm front, in a section with a warm front, from Quebec all the way down to northern New England, and pink front down to eastern Ontario, and a 45 from the Maine coast up into Nova Scotia. High pressure off the Mid-Atlantic coast, and a 45 from Pennsylvania down for the Western Carolinas, and high pressure ridges from Missouri to Texas, Louisiana, Gulf Coast, Southern Rockies and northern Mexico, western Nevada, and western Montana. 45 with a low pressure ridges, low pressure in California, and a 45 with a low pressure from Southern British Columbia down for Washington State, down for Idaho, and with Colorado with a low pressure around Fort Dakota region, and pair of low pressures from Northern California and Southern California between the 45 and another 45 from Nevada all the way down to the Gulf of California. It is 75 in Detroit, 81 in Pittsburgh, 90 in Washington, D.C., 89 in Atlanta, Georgia, it's 93 in Miami, it's 96 in Brownsville, Texas, 85 in Dallas, Texas, 87 in Kansas City, Omaha, Nebraska, 81 in Chicago, 68 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 86 in Great Falls, Montana, 68 in Seattle, 71 in San Francisco, 73 in Los Angeles, it's 99 in Las Vegas, it's 89 in Salt Lake City, 85 in Denver, 89 in Albuquerque, 103 in Phoenix, Arizona. Alright, latest radar, last time we checked about 30 minutes ago, it was heavily raining in two areas, one in the south coast of Massachusetts, and the other out in the western portion of Massachusetts and up in eastern New York. And now we're seeing heavy bands of rain showers and storms around New Bedford and Cushion areas around Wareham and around Marion, and raining around the Cape Downs with a heavy band of showers and storms from the northern tip of New Haven stretching up the 7 Cape Downs, and they had a real flooding advisory in Martha's Vineyard but until 5:15 p.m. It's going to expire about 3 minutes, and raining heavily between Plymouth and Plimpton, and raining heavily around Duxbury, and raining around Westport, and around Little Compton, and raining around Portsmouth, Rhode Island. And it's raining lightly from Ware, Massachusetts, up in the North Adams, Massachusetts, and western portion of southwestern portion of Berkshire and the northwestern Connecticut. And look at a line of showers and storms stretching the line from Poughkeepsie, New York, all the way down to northwestern New Jersey, and then for Scranton, and down for Potsdam, Pennsylvania, and down for Baltimore, and down around western Maryland, and heavy band of rain showers around South Charles and Line, stretching all the way down to western Virginia. And up north, rain showers and heavy band of storms from southern Vermont down to southern New Hampshire and southern Maine, and Atlanta showers and storms from Freiburg, Maine, down from Brunswick, Maine, and down the mid-Maine coast, and rain in the northeast of Vermont and north central North Hampshire, which is the White Mountains of New Hampshire, and raining from northern Maine down to eastern Maine and western portions of Nova Scotia, and popcorn clusters of heavy showers and storms in northeast and central Ontario and western Quebec, and raining around north central portions of Pennsylvania. And look at that. The National Radar Summary shows showers and storms from the Gulf states from Mississippi down to Florida, raining around the Louisiana Gulf Coast, around the southeast of Texas Gulf Coast, likely raining around northeast of Texas, around the Dallas area, and Dallas-Fort Worth area, and Atlanta rain showers from eastern New Mexico down from north central portions of Mexico down to western Texas and northern Mexico, and Atlanta showers around the Sierras of California, and rain showers around Minnesota and western Wisconsin and northern Michigan, and raining from northern and southern portions of Missouri, and raining from central portions of British Columbia down to the central portions of Alberta. Alright, look at it. The satellite loop, and it shows clouds coming to much of New England and around some New York State and New Jersey and Pennsylvania and down from Maryland, Delmarva Peninsula, and western North Carolina, and clouds from northern Florida and around the Gulf Coast of Florida and southern Georgia, and patchy clouds from central Mississippi, and patchy clouds from Missouri down to western Illinois, and patchy clouds from northern western Wisconsin down from central and northern Minnesota and central and northern portions of Michigan, line of clouds western Mexico, and patchy clouds around central New Mexico, southwestern Colorado, southern Utah, central Nevada, and down around eastern portions of California, and line of clouds from Washington Strait up into northern Idaho, and down British Columbia, Alberta, and central Saskatchewan, and northeast Montana, and northwestern portions of Ontario. Okay, latest on the tropics. And the latest on Harvey. 5 p.m. summary, it's now 40 mile per hour winds with some location 13.5 and up, 62.9 in the west. Max sustained winds at 40 miles an hour and movement west at 21 miles an hour. And public advisory Harvey movement about the eastern Caribbean Sea. There are no coast watch warnings of effect. Interest in the Caribbean Sea and adjacent land areas of the eastern Central American and often South American should monitor the progress of Harvey. At 5 p.m., the center of 12 zone Harvey was located in a latitude 13.4 and north, longitude 62.9 west, and Harvey is moving toward the west near 21 miles an hour. This general motion is expected to continue for the next couple of days. On the forecast track, the center of Harvey will move out to the eastern Caribbean Sea tonight and fight the Central Caribbean Sea Saturday and Saturday night. Max sustained winds on near 40 miles an hour with higher gusts and so straight into the forecast during the next 48 hours. And tropical storm force winds extend hours up to 70 miles an hour from mainland to the north of the center, and estimated minimum center pressure 1,005 millibars at 268 inches. And locally, heavy rain could occur tonight over portions of the Windward Islands and the offshore islands of northern Venezuela. Locally, heavy rains could also occur over Aruba, Bonaire, and Krakow on Saturday. And the surface number 1, 60% chance of shower and thunderstorm activity associated with an area of low pressure located about 600 miles east-northeast of the Leeward Islands continue to show signs of organization. However, upper-level winds are becoming less favorable, and the chance for the tropical cyclone to be forming and diminishing, and low is expected to be moving west-northwest at about 20 miles an hour during the next few days. And interest in the northern Leeward Islands should monitor the progress of the disturbance. Formation chance for us, medium 6%, formation chance 5 days, medium 60%, and disturbance number 2, total wave is located over the far eastern Atlantic Ocean and 700 miles west of the capital City Islands, and environmental conditions are forecast to become more favorable for some development early next week. All the system moves west-northwest northward about 20 miles in the northwest, and formation chance for us low 10% formation chance 5 days, medium 40%. And take a look at color models. Remember, it's just not a forecast, it's only a model, not the real thing. And the models take it towards Central America, and for the tracks, one track, the CMC model will take it towards the northeast of Mexico, one take it down to Brownsville, Texas, and one track, the HWFR model will take it towards the Texas Gulf Coast, and CMI model will take it towards the Louisiana Gulf Coast. While Invest 92 Wells shows the tracks take it towards Bahamas, and some tracks may take it towards Florida, and the TABM model will take it around the Bahamas and then out to sea. Well, CMI model will curve it on the northwest and take it either towards the sea or try to make landfall somewhere on eastern United States, but it's a model, not the forecast. So I'll keep my eyes posted and peeled of what these tropical storms will do. All right, let's take a look at Fort. There'll be a low to moderate risk of local lava downpours that bring urban and port drainage flooding, and there'll be a low risk of rig damage this evening mainly across western Massachusetts and Connecticut. But no as of weather expected at this time. And take a look at forecast discussion. Widespread rain will have the heavier showers and thunderstorms overnight, and may incredible localized flooding drying night into Saturday. Have a cold front which moves offshore Saturday night. High pressure returns with first seasonable weather on Sunday, 5 Tuesday, and have a cold front Sweeps through New England Wednesday, followed by more dry weather Thursday into Friday, and severe thunderstorm watch 455 in effect over far western Massachusetts and Connecticut. Flooding concerns areas across the area, especially with regards to the present train of rain, with embedded heavy showers over the northwestern Massachusetts and over southeastern New England as convection of southeastern Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and the Delaware region affects northeastern followed by maintained by a convergent low-level jet of tropical moisture rainfall. Rates around 1 and 2 inches. Storm total rainfall amounts up to around 3 inches. Lower risk with respect to strongest rate of thunderstorms. Greater focus on the southwestern portion of Massachusetts and Connecticut. Potential gusty winds. Lower risk of a brief tornado given in the environment. No alarms to be issued in this update. And have a deep low center over the northern Great Lakes region. Tropical moisture surging. North convergence over running along with a warm front boundary, presidentially hanging over the eastern waters immediately offshore. The New England is discerned by via H92585 SPC diesel analysts. Meanwhile, the atmosphere is destabilized ahead of a prefrontal trough, where partial clearness occurred in areas of higher surface depth points, deeper tropical moisture, and mother shear. All of this activity is forecast to converge over southeast New England and adjacent waters of this evening and overnight out of ahead of a surface cold front and attendant H57 middle-level dry punch to H92585 low-level jet in Stephen per Asselberg to respond to ahead about a mid-level ridge over the northwest Atlantic, mainly maintaining convection and heavy rain threats northeast of the Saturday morning part of the cold frontal passage strand at northwest of the southeast as winds turn westerly and any dense fog that develops during the overnight period is expected with a very humid, muggy, moist air mass around the lows around in the low 70s. And take a look at Fenway forecast. Friday, 7:10 p.m. Showers and thunderstorms likely 75. So it's a 50-50 chance on whether they will get the game tonight or not. Saturday should be better. Sunny and podcast guys 81 at 7:10 p.m. And Sunday 1:35 p.m. Sunny and gorgeous 83 degrees. And if you're gonna go at see the great eclipse for Monday, 1:20 p.m., 84 degrees, 2:46 p.m., 85 degrees, and 3:59 p.m., 86 degrees. So, if you want to look at the eclipse, don't look at the... Oh! If you want to look at the eclipse, don't stare your eyes and camera directly to the sun. So, because you could damage your eyes and the lens of the camera. And you do not need these to view the eclipse. So get some special glasses for your eyes and a special viewfinder for your camera. But if you can't get it, then 1:30 to 4 p.m. on Monday over at Wheaton College Observatory, they got an eclipse viewing party. They got telescopes where people can view the eclipse safely without risking damage to eyes and camera or both. Okay, 7-day forecast. It goes like this. And for the night, showers and thunderstorms remain before 3 a.m. 7 storms with heavy rain. Low around 7 degrees, south about 7 to 10 miles an hour. Chest patches. 9% new rain amounts to 3/4 of 1 inch possible for Saturday. Slight church showers and thunderstorms remain between noon and 1 p.m. Patch before 10 a.m. west. Mostly Costco have an 8 degrees, southwest about 3 to 7 miles an hour. Chest patches 20%. For Sunday, podcast about 65 degrees, southwest about 5 to 7 miles an hour. For Sunday, patch for 7 west. Most of the Costco at 83 degrees, west about 6 miles an hour. Sunday night, most of Costco about 59 degrees. For Monday, Sunday, most of Costco at 85 about 64 degrees. For Tuesday, Sunday, podcast about 86 about 69 degrees. For Wednesday, 50% church showers, mostly podcast about 82 about 61 degrees. Chest patient 30%. For Thursday, Sunday, podcast about 79 about 57 degrees. And for Friday, sunny sky about 78 degrees. Painters, weather phase of the evening. A wet Friday in store and a 50-50 weekend. Should be perfect weekend after Friday washout, Friday rain. And that's going to be it for the Peter Channel 5 o'clock news on this August 18th, 2017 on Friday evening. I'm Peter JC. Have a good evening, good bye, and I'll see you at 11 o'clock for our late night report. I hope you all have a good evening.